welcome back to my video. So first off, this video is going to be a very risky one purely because I have lost my tripod somewhere and my other tripod is being lent out to my family at the moment. So I am playing a balancing game which could go completely wrong. Like if you could see what is in front of me right now holding this camera up, you honestly would think I am bloody crazy. So fingers crossed, positive thinking, it's all going to be okay and I can get through the video without anything happening. But yeah, whoops. So today's video kind of came to me, I was sitting there brainstorming about who I am and what my channel was about. So before I even go on there, hello, I'm Emily. My channel is all about being abundant in every area of your life. So I was kind of brainstorming on ideas of what I wanted to talk about. What areas of the life do you need to be completely abundant in and completely happy? And one thing that came to me was relationships. Now, I have been in a few relationships, well, more than I'd like to have been, but I've been in a few relationships and wouldn't say they were all toxic, but looking back there was problems with a fair few of them that were toxic, and I can now quite happily say I'm in a absolutely brilliant relationship. There is nothing wrong with it, and it's only now that I can see all the problems that I had before and where things went wrong, and also where all my friends are going wrong as well. And I literally sit there and I give the same advice over and over again to people, and I hear people's stories and I'm like, oh my god, I just want to sit down and tell them that they need to walk away, they need to do this, they need to do that. And I was thinking about what advice I would give my friends and give to people at the moment in certain situations, and I thought I would share them with you. So today's video, which I decided to film impromptu, is how, like, what signs are there in a relationship that you need to walk away, you need to get out now before it all goes terribly wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, I know how horrible it is to try and leave someone when you think you're in love, and I'm only going to say think you're in love because it's only now that I realised that I wasn't in love. But when you are in love with someone and it isn't perfect and every part of your being wants it to be perfect, I get how that feels, and how even though you've got that niggle inside you that maybe you should walk away and maybe it isn't right and maybe it isn't working, there is so much of you that just wants to make it work because you're in love, and I do get that. However, for your own benefit and for your own happiness, you need to walk away. And there are times where I know I would have given advice to my friend that I wouldn't take myself, and I wish I could explain to you how much you need to take that advice. You need to listen to your gut instinct. So I thought of some reasons and some scenarios based on, no offence, my own life, that are key signs that I hear a lot of people go through that should just be like a, do you know what, get out now before you get more invested, before you get more emotionally invested, before more shit happens, just get out now. So the first one, and the biggest one for me, I'd have to say, is when you start to have a lack of trust for someone, you should just go. Like, you should just give up straight away. No relationship can be made without any trust. And I know there are untrusting people. I have personally been cheated on and I am not very trusting in that area. However, you have to accept to be in a happy relationship that that person is 100% about you. Because if you are focusing more on actually the fact you don't trust them and the scenarios that do happen, you are going to make those scenarios happen, because in their head, your partner's head's going to be like, well, she doesn't trust me anyway, so what's the fucking point? And you just need to accept that, yeah, you may not be a trusting person, you may have been hurt in the past, but this person is different. You cannot brand your current person on your ex, so you just need to learn to trust them. And it will take time straight away, but if there is a lack of trust, you cannot have that relationship. Everything else will start to fall apart. It's like your friend. If you cannot trust your friend with information that you are going to tell them, then they're not really your friend. Like, your friends are only your friends because you trust them and because you like their company, and that's the only reason why. So it's got to be the same with your relationship. So honestly, if you do not trust them, one, have a chat with them, because it could just be something stupid and you may be able to get over it. But if it is a consistent lack of trust in them, then just go, because you're never going to trust them. They're never going to trust you because they think that you are doing the same thing. So if you can't trust someone, just fucking give up. Number two, and this is one that really gets to me, and looking back I did so often, and I have like talked to people now that do it all the time. If you are consistently complaining about them to someone or to everyone, there is a problem. And if that problem is like, if it's don't get me wrong, if you've complained like because someone said how are they and you're like, oh yeah, they're fine, but I got really irritated this morning because, well, actually no, there is no justification for complaining about them to anyone else than them. Like, no reason. If you are complaining to someone else about your relationship isn't healthy and you need to break up. That's just that. Like, I remember how many times I used to complain about my ex to like my colleagues, to my friend, to my parents. Like, honestly, there used to be a daily occurrence where I called up my parents and had something new to complain about, and I wouldn't leave that relationship. And now I just realised how unhappy that person made me and how unhappy that relationship made me. Like, I am pleased to say I'm in a position now where I haven't complained about my relationship or that person for months, like since I got with them. It is absolutely amazing to have that feeling. Like, when someone goes, is everything all right between you? You're like, well, yeah, I literally have nothing to complain about. And if you have something to complain about, or you are finding a reason or a topic and bringing it up just to complain about that person and just to explain what this person is doing, that's not healthy. That isn't happiness. That isn't love. That is literally just vengeance. And that leads me on to my next point. If you are finding flaws in your partner, like, and purposely finding flaws with them, then you don't want to be with that person. You do not want to be in that person. You just want to cause a fight. You just want the drama. And that is that. Like, literally, and you find a flaw and you literally start an argument because that person left a towel on the floor or that person left the ironing out. Like, seriously, do not find flaws. You are meant to love this person for their flaws. Like, you're meant to be happy with them. Yes, everyone's got flaws. Everyone's not perfect. But if you are finding problems and you're literally like, oh, you left the knife out today, or oh, you didn't put this away in the cupboard, or oh my god, I hate it when you do this. Like, so fucking what if they do that? You shouldn't hate it. You shouldn't have any reason to find a flaw in that person, because you should just accept them for who they are, flaws and all. So if you're finding problems, then the whole relationship is a problem. And consequently, that will cause drama. Now, if there is drama in your life, you have to want it to be there. It has to be your drama or your friend's drama, and you have to accept that. I was in a relationship where every single bloody day there was a new drama from work, there was a new drama from friends, there was a new drama from family. There was just drama for the sake of fucking drama. And every single day there was something new to deal with. There was something, now whether or not like a week later it would come back. Now, everyone has their problems and you are there to support your partner through everything. However, if it is consistently dramatic and you partially feel like it's completely pointless and can be completely avoided and it's just unnecessary and the drama is unnecessary, then that person isn't right for you. Oh, I don't know how to explain it. Just, if it's dramatic and you can't be dealing with that shit, then don't deal with that shit. Like, honestly, I wish in that relationship I'd got out months, like the beginning of the drama, because the drama went on for fucking ever. And looking back, I think if my friend was going through that, I'd be like, seriously, what the hell are you doing? Get out, because it's like the start of it is only going to get worse. Like, yes, everyone has problems, and yes, you are there to help them like deal with that and support it, but if it is consistently dramatic for no reason and completely not justified and pointless, then it's only going to stay like that. So you can't kid yourself any longer. You just need to break up. Oh, I wish someone had told me that like last year. That'd been great. And my final point, and this is one which is more looking inwards on you. If you are sitting there feeling like you could do more and constantly questioning what you can do more for your relationship to be right, for your relationship to be better, for you to feel more loved, like if you are literally finding flaws with yourself and finding reasons with yourself as to why your relationship isn't working, you need to leave. It isn't your fault. It is not your fault why it's not working. You can't do anything more than you're already doing, because you are just simply being yourself. So if simply being yourself is not enough for this person and not enough for your relationship, it never will. And I see so many girls, literally like my colleagues, my friends, my people I know of but I've actually never met, and I just hear their stories. So many people sit there and go, what am I doing wrong? How can I do better? What can I do that's better? How can I make this person happy? By doing something. You shouldn't have to change a thing about yourself for that person to accept you and to love you and for your relationship to work. Ever. Like, never have to change yourself. You should never Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you can never treat your other half or do something nice, like, oh, what can I do that's nice for them? That's completely fine, that's completely normal, that is love. But if you are literally sitting there thinking that you are doing something wrong, that person doesn't deserve you, and you need to get some self-respect, quite frankly, and get out, because so many girls get beaten down by this thought and think that they are the people, like they're the reason the relationship is wrong and they're not doing enough. And I get that this works the same for guys, because there are some guys in that situation, but obviously I cannot relate to that, so I don't really know. But I find so many people just beat themselves up over a relationship that they're not doing enough, and you are doing enough. So quite frankly, if that is that, and you are in that situation, you will always be in that situation. And don't get me wrong, I always thought I was the person in the wrong. From relationship to relationship, different issues have occurred, and it is not until like my current relationship where I've realised actually I am not a problem. Like, this person loves me and I'm going to accept that, and that person accepts me for completely who I am. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to brag at all about this, like, I'm not trying to brag at all, but it's not until you get to the point that I am at now where you can realise that all that stuff and all that feeling like, oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that, maybe my hair's wrong, maybe I'm not wearing tight enough clothes, maybe like I need to lose a few pounds, or maybe I should stop talking to people. It's not you at all, and it's just that person's version of you, and that person's version of you isn't true, and that isn't realistic, and you just need to believe in yourself. And I know it's so hard to believe in yourself, but you can do it, and eventually you will believe in yourself, and that will just be enough. So I hope this video in some way, shape or form will kind of give you a kick up the arse to leave your current partner if you are experiencing any of those, because honestly, to be happy and completely happy, you need to literally have a relationship. Your life cannot be abundant in all areas, and you cannot be successful, and you cannot have a dream life if you aren't happy. And you may think you're happy, but if your relationship isn't 100% perfect, and I don't mean, okay, marriages and things, occasionally things happen, but I mean if the majority of the time your relationship isn't 100%, needs to leave, and you need to do it for yourself more than anyone else. I know it hurts, and I know it sucks absolute arse to break up with people. However, you need to think about yourself in the long term. So I hope this video helps, and if you are in an toxic relationship and I haven't mentioned any reasons why, then please obviously leave a comment down below, because I will try and help you talk through them and give you, like, be by your side and just try and get you through it. Because honestly, I wish, like, when I talk to my friends and they tell me stories of like people they work with and things like that, I just wish I could go and meet those people and just sit down, have a cup of tea, talk to them and be like, right, I'm going to give you all the fucking confidence you need to leave this relationship and live happily ever after. So I wish I could do that for all of you individually, and I would love to talk to you, because quite frankly, that would be my ultimate goal in life, is to just make everyone happy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked, and subscribe. It really obviously means a lot to me and helps my channel, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye.